Hello! This is day 9, I believe, of
We
our
don't know.
trip. It's either 9 or 10, we're not exactly sure.
We're losing track of time, where we are, what we've been doing,
Yes.
which bed we're sleeping in. Yeah.
But yes, so it's been busy.
Mhm.
But what we finally got the story on Tesfa up on the
Yes.
web for you guys.
So it's up that way. So
Yes.
click on the tab over there.
Columbus.
Columbus. And he's the second one on the page.
Mhm.
There were lots of technical difficulties with that one.
Piece, yeah.
But we finally got it finished, so yay.
Mhm.
Thanks to Jordan Steele, he went and gave us a lot of advice, so we got a lot of technical difficulties figured out. And we also want to say thank you so much to the Milanos for opening their home
Yes.
to us in Columbus. It was amazing. Thank you so much. You just
Huge
completely
shout
blessed
out
us.
there,
Exactly,
yeah.
huge shout out. But so that was Columbus, and then we realized we hadn't done a video update in a while, so
Sorry about
why
that.
not? So this is actually our last day in Louisville, and
we got here yesterday, and last night we had
family here. I just want to
That's okay.
mention the family. Such a wonderful family, and we're staying in their little boy's room, and he has trains. So much fun. Okay, and it's true. I have been playing with them in our spare time. So little kid again. But so we just wanted to say thank you to the family that's hosting us here in Louisville. They've been so wonderful, and we're really sad to leave their little kids, but we're not leaving till tomorrow. Anyway, about our blog.
Yes, so last night we had dinner with a refugee. We had a good time. He's only
really
17 years old,
Yeah.
so it was really interesting to talk to him.
Yeah, because he moved here when he was younger. Anyway, you'll
Yeah.
read the story.
Yeah,
Wait for the story.
That will be hopefully a print piece coming up later tonight or maybe tomorrow morning, depending. And then today we went to a family's home. We got to talk to several of them, which was really cool.
It was a large family, and we got to interview 2 of their kids, who also moved here when they were really young. So it's another perspective of, what it was like just simply growing up in a refugee camp to what America is like for them. And so yeah, be looking for that piece as well. That's going to be a video piece, a broadcast piece. So yeah, if all goes according to plan, those will be up tonight, early tomorrow morning before we leave for Kansas City.
Yes, I totally forgot where we were going.
Kansas City. So the next drive is 8 hours. That'll be fun.
Yeah. Yes.
And hopefully the snow won't mess too much of it up. But yeah, it snowed here today. School's off, all that jazz. So we had fun.
Yes, and we promised last night that we would share some things that we've learned so far.
Oh, right.
And you want to talk about that?
Sure, I can do that. Well, we started.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry about that.
Whoops. That was the battery. I guess I got a little bit too carried away today when we were filming, and I used up all the battery when we were at their house. So that's my fault.
Yeah.
Sorry. And then we also realized, looking at the footage, that was really awkward for my head to be down at the very bottom. Sorry again, that was my fault. I just wanted you guys to see the awesome trains that we play with in our free time.
But
sorry.
we were at what we learned when we got cut off by our battery.
Right, when we got confused and sidetracked.
Yes.
Okay, what we learned. In Columbus, we really started to kind of notice discrepancies almost between some stories from the same country. First with Tesfa, he was, telling a very intense story about political strife and never being able to go back. And then, our next story with Lula was, oh, it's wonderful. Like, I would love to go back. It's wonderful there. It's just politics. Politics are politics. And then we come here to Louisville, and we meet a man who's a white man, lived here all his life, and completely different story about, the politics and what's going on in the countries. So we kind of came to realize that the stories that we're telling, not only are, they don't tell the story of that group in the city. There's stories all over the city. They're very different. But they also don't tell the story of that whole country or, where they're from. Like, they're very individualized stories. So Tesfa's story is about Tesfa. It's not about, the Oromo tribe. It's specifically about him. And Lula's story is specifically about her as an Ethiopian Somalian. And you can't compare the two. They're their own stories. But
Yeah, and even within cities, there's a bunch of different nationalities, many different kinds of refugees.
Right.
So we aren't even saying that this is the common story for the city, because even within that, it's more specific. It's just one person and one person's story that we're really focusing on. So we just wanted to kind of emphasize that as you guys are starting to see our finished products that we're putting out. We just want to make sure that everyone is clear that this is just one person's story that we're telling.
Yeah. So, and if you have any questions about their stories, we can't take our hour-and-a-half interview that we had and just put all the raw footage out for you guys. We have to somehow make it concise. So if you have any questions that we weren't able to cover, with all of our footage or with all of our words, or if you have any questions for, the next group of people we're going to, which is Bhutanese.
Yes.
We're going to Bhutanese in Kansas City. If you have any questions for those people, let us know, and we'll ask your questions, or we'll bring up your topics, and we'll try to dig deeper that way and share those with you.
And please comment on our stories and let us know how we're doing, what you're thinking. Definitely.
This is, we're trying to share their stories in order to bring up thoughts and intrigue. Yes. So that's our goal. But yeah, so we're about to go head for some coffee and get some good work done. And then that's it for Louisville. And we're headed to Kansas City next. 8-hour drive.
Woo!
More gas.
Yes, donations are welcome.
Yeah, please.
Okay,
anyways, okay, well that's it for Louisville. See you in Kansas City.